shit.
Hello cousins, you get the idea. We're changing out this fixture. I don't know why it's so beautiful. Bathroom fixture. Apparently my mom doesn't like it. So we're changing it to a nicer one. Obviously it's pretty ugly. Anyway, I'm going to take this fixture out. The power is off, which is always a good idea, but I'll show you how to do it as if the power was on. The reason is it's kind of a good idea to get into the habit of treating every wire as if it's live, even if it is not live. First thing is take the bulbs out. I don't want these to break. I don't know how much they cost. I found them on a job and they work great, so I don't want to lose them. A couple safety considerations. First off is safety glasses. If there is an arc flash, there's a spark. And it's so instantaneously hot, it vaporizes the metal and blows it apart. If I don't have safety glasses on, I could get a very small piece of very hot metal in my eye. And that's a bad day. Second is my gloves. These gloves here, although they aren't rated to protect me from 120 volts, they do offer actually a little bit of protection. I could touch a hot wire just slightly and I shouldn't get shocked. If I squeeze it hard, I will feel some, but it will still be less than grabbing onto a hot wire and getting some owie. If you do ever get a hold of a hot 120 wire, if you got shoes on, what happens is the electricity travels through your arm, through your body, and then through your feet to the ground. If you have shoes on, it offers some resistance so you don't get that bad of a shock. Barefoot is worse. You should feel that more, and if your feet are wet, you could kill yourself. I almost did that one time and it really, really hurt. I made that mistake once, don't make that mistake. Alright, so power's off. I'll pretend like it's not. Usually outdoor fixtures and a lot of fixtures have 1 or 2 screws. First I'll take off the ground wire, which is always bare. What the ground wire does is protect you. If one of the hot wires were to touch this chassis, this would become just as hot as a hot wire. Well, the ground helps drain off that electricity and any static electricity that builds on there and drains it off and lets it go to the ground. Next is the neutral wire. This is where the electricity returns from. Comes from here, goes through all your fixtures, whether you're powering, fan, light, anything, and goes back through the neutral. So this one is generally safer, especially if the light switch is off, and especially if the power is off. Don't touch the bare conductor if you can help it. That can still shock you some, not near as bad as a hot wire. Now here is the hot wire. Screw that wire nut carefully. I put that one on there extra tight for obvious reasons. Don't want it to slip off. Pull off the fixture. Put the wire nut back in its place. Toss that. That was just junk I got off the job. And it will put on a much prettier fixture. Twist on this wire here. Good and twist it on, secures it. These wire nuts are sometimes called wire caps because they don't really hold the wires together so much as they keep them twisted together. Twisting them together like a twist tie is actually what keeps the wires together. Go to the neutral. The very same thing. Twist these together. I actually use my lineman's pliers. good twist, secured. Get that wire nut on there. Twist it away so we actually get some twisting down the length of the wire. It's hanging off here, it's not really hanging on here, because that could fall apart. Last, and potentially the most dangerous, is our hot wire. Careful not to touch conductors, go slowly. Stick. I should be twisting these together like this. Now if this was a hot wire, now this metal is hot. I could touch this, which I have in the past by putting my finger accidentally, and you zap yourself. It hurts. Don't do it. Some of the most dangerous things to do could also be an arc flash. If I were to touch this hot wire when it was actually hot and touch it to the neutral or the ground, that could cause an arc flash. Then I have 120 volts going through a very low resistance wire to a low resistance ground, and the current spikes many times above the actual amperage rating of the wire. Now a circuit breaker, which I'll show you a little bit, should flip and turn off the current, but not before you get a big nice bright flash in your face. Carefully put the wires back into the box. And I'll get the screw, which I dropped. And we'll try and attach this to the wall. This is an outdoor fixture. Usually there would be a rubber seal to keep out the rain and moisture, but this is covered by an eave, as you can see, so it's not very important. Chances of moisture getting in here are pretty low. That's not what I want.
Oh, you're going at an angle, Jeremy.
That's what I want.
Oh, okay.
I should need a longer extension for this, but I'll make do. I'll put a second screw on this side. One moment. Not quite level enough, but you get the point. Now it's all safe. The wires are all tucked away back in there. And in a moment, I'll turn on the power. You want to kill it now?
All right.
And we're back. I had mentioned arc flash earlier and thought it'd be a good idea to show you possibly how dangerous it is. I am taking a risk now, even with my glasses and safety gloves on. But just so you know, don't do this. What this is, this can melt metal and steel, and when I arc it, it can sometimes send bits of hot copper flying. That's why the safety glasses. Now the breaker should trip after I do this. Otherwise, if something like this happened in your walls, it would burn down your house. Wire should be hot. That's it. Quite bright, not too loud, but on camera you might have seen sparks fly. Very hot, vaporized the metal. Let's see if we can get a close-up real quick. And that's what the wire looks like. There's wire missing. That's why you don't want to play with electricity. It's even dangerous for me, even though I've been an electrician for a while. All right, take care, be safe. Good luck.